Okay, welcome back. Tutorial number 5 at a basic introduction to AutoCAD here at Reese's College. So over the previous 4 tutorials, we've compiled this drawing. So hopefully you've got something similar yourself on your drawing pane. So what we're going to do now, we're going to pick up a different command that we've not used yet. So far we've used extend, we've used trim, we've used mirror, copy, move. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use something called a hatching tool. So some of you will know that most drawings have different hatchings, which are shadings for want of a better word, but hatchings is the correct terminology, to show and highlight what type of material something may be. So let's have a look at what we've got. So on this cavity wall, I know I've got an outside skin of brickwork, and on the inside, I know it's going to be an inside skin of blockwork. So there are 2 different hatchings for each of these. So in order to do that, we need to go up to this little box up here. And if we use the drop-down menu, we've got hatch, gradient or boundary. So gradient will give you a colour fading out to a darker or a lighter colour. Boundary will obviously just colour the outside, and hatch is the one that we want. So make sure that I've got hatch. Now this opens up a brand new pane. We've got pick points, but in these 4 windows here under pattern, you've got the different types of hatchings that we can use. And using the up and down toggle buttons there, we can cycle through a wide range of different hatchings, different colours, all sorts of stuff in there. But I'm going to go back to the top because I know, obviously, that 2 diagonal lines parallel together is the hatching for brick, and the diagonal line, single diagonal line, is the hatching for block. So I'm going to go select that because I'm going to do the bricklaying first, and I'm going to select pick points. So now it's asking me to pick a point. So all I need to do is hold the crosshair in the inside there and click, and that's just drop the hatching straight in. Okay, and I'd do the same there, there. And I'm just using the left click each time for this. So now I've put them in. So I'm happy with that, but let me click escape so I can lose the command function. Now let me just zoom in using the wheel mouse in the middle. So at the moment that just looks like a solid block of nothing. There's no detail there at all. And there's a reason for that. So if I select the hatching, so I've just put the crosshair over the hatching area and I've left click. And that brings up the command box again that we just used. Now at the moment we're looking in properties. Now at the moment it's set at 1. What I need to do, I need to increase that, and I'll show you why. So if I start to increase that, and I'm going to hold the button down for a while, you keep an eye on the shaded blue area. So as you can see, that's scrolling up till I get to about 6 or 7, and now when I click escape and I zoom in, I can see that I've got the 2 diagonal lines, and even when I zoom out you can see you got the 2 diagonal lines. Now I'm not happy with that. I think I need to bring that out a little bit more to be sure. So I'm getting left click on there to get the hatching, and I'm going to take this up to about 9 or 10. Got a bit too far there. Let's go. I think 10 is about okay. So I'm going to click escape. So now I can see that I've got a clear brick hatching on the outside. So now I want to do the same for the internal blockwork. So I'm going to click on the hatching key again. That'll bring up the new command function. I'm going to click the block hatch, and I'm going to click pick points again, and then left click. I'm doing the internal skins. Okay. And once I've done that, well, I'm not going to click out because, again, from the process we've just done with the brick hatching, I know that being set at 1 just gives me a solid clump of nothing. It doesn't give me the definition that I need. So I'm going to scroll that up again. I'm going to go to 7, 8 and see what that gives me. And now you can start to see it changing. Let's go a little bit more. Let's go in a little bit. We'll zoom in. Okay, that's looking a bit something like. But I think probably I can let that go out even a little bit more to something like, I think that'll do. So I'm going to click escape. So now I can see that I've got my hatchings for the outside skin, very simply. Now maybe I'd want a hatching for this internal block wall, because this will be a block wall because it'll be a supporting structure. So I could click hatching, click block, pick points, and select that area. And because it's remembered the properties of 37, it's already put that in for me. So now when I click escape, we've just some very simple clicks and features have made that drawing look so much more visual to the person viewing it. And for those who understand construction drawings, that you know that hatching denotes brickwork, and internally you know that denotes blockwork. And similarly for internal walls, I know now that that's definitely a solid block wall, but I might have other walls in there that are timber stud partition, and that would have a completely different hatching. Okay, so that's hatchings that we've covered, and I'm not going to do too much more on that, but I did say at the beginning that I'd show you some of the common errors. So let's, using the wheel and depressing the wheel to get the hand function, I'm going to pop this over here. Now I'm going to zoom in on this area, and I'm going to try put a hatching in this point. Okay, so let's put a hatching, and it's solid brickwork, so I know I can pick brickwork. And I'm going to set this up before I even start this time. So we said about 10, didn't we, or 11. I'm going to click points, and I'm going to click this area here. Okay, now I've got an error message. It says closed boundary cannot be determined. There might be gaps in the boundary objects, or the boundary might be outside of the display area. And it says here that these circles can be removed with the redraw or regen commands. So I'm going to click close. And I'm just going to zoom out, and you can see there I've got some red circles. Now that might be for a variety of reasons. It might be that when we've actually drawn it, the two lines don't actually meet, and that might be the case. But in this particular instance, the error message is only there because I tried to do the hatching zoomed in too far. When you're doing hatching, you need to see the entirety. So we got that error message before, didn't we? So I'm going to click escape and come out of that. And I'm going to try again. I've done nothing different. All I've done is zoomed out so I can see where the boundary of the lines finish. So I can see the entirety of the wall I want to put the hatching in. So if I click hatch, and I'm going to go blockwork, I'm going to click pick points, and this time it lets me do it because I can see the whole work. Now it might be that those red circles that we saw before means that you've made an error in the drawing and they don't quite meet, and then you've got to extend. You can click the extend function that we've done before, and that that's going to make sure that the lines butt up and are complete. But the error message this time was simply because I couldn't see the whole one. Now for this particular one that I'm going to do, I can zoom right in because I can see the extent of the box I want to put it in, so it'll allow me to do it. Yeah, but if I try to do it on this one, I should get an error message again because I can't see the extent of the wall. And there you go, there's the error message. I'm going to click close. I'm going to zoom out. and then all of a sudden, hey presto, it allows me to do it. So we can put that hatching in. So hopefully that covers hatchings for you, and some of the most common error that would come up when you're trying to do the hatching. I'm just going to click escape. So now you can see that the drawing is definitely taking some shape and some structure. What we'll do in the next video is looking about inserting dimensions. So the person picking up the drawing has got all the information they need. Okay, fabulous. Thank you very much.